Hey, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gamestah TV2 and the fine League of Legends action that we're going to be bringing you. Sorry, I'm just getting my head around all of the buttons that I need to press, which is fairly complicated, as anyone with a girlfriend can tell you. My name is Chrisis, and I'm joined in the studio today by EJ. G'day, EJ.
Yeah, dude, I don't have a girlfriend, so pressing buttons is not a problem.
I wish you were here to press my buttons, mate. All
Ha
right,
ha!
so
Only for a
we are
dollar.
bringing you the Money Online qualifiers for their League of Legends competition. They're running it all around the country in Australia. And this is the qualifier that's happening in Canberra at the Barracks, which is a fine esports establishment.
It's awesome, dude. If you want to get your gaming on in Canberra, get yourselves down to the barracks because that's where the competitions are happening, and that's where this competition is coming from today, Crisis. Tell us about it. It's League of Legends. Who have we got in action?
All right, so we've got Kentlife versus Tarics, our dad, and I'll just have a very quick look to see where exactly they are in the brackets. In fact, we're in Champ Select, so but you know they'll choose champions, and we'll talk about them in a moment. Let's just have a quick look at the brackets, and you'll see that they are into the second round, round two, best of one. Kentlife versus Tarics, our dad, and Tarics, our dad, have beaten out the CCGB, which is not to be confused with the GCSB, which is our spy organization here in New Zealand. But and then Kentlife have beaten Will Surrender for RP. So EJ, I'm hoping that they got their RP for surrendering.
I just hope it's good gaming, dude. That's all I'm hoping. I'm hoping we're going to see lots of good action, good skirmishes, and then when the team fights start, just that coordinated assaults that we know to come and love from League of Legends. And who do you think's going to step up and play big today?
Well, I mean, this is the thing about an amateur comp. So let's just be clear. Calling this competition an amateur comp isn't to say that these guys are noobs. There's only two noobs involved with the stream today, and that's you and I. But this is an amateur comp. They're not getting paid, per se, to play. And this is the thing. We don't have any statistics. We don't have any real history of these players. They could be pickup players that have just shown up at the barracks and said, hey, I'm keen to play. Or they could be teams that have been practicing together for weeks. We've just got no idea. So very difficult at this stage to make any predictions. But what we can say, well, we can start making some judgments around what these teams are going to be performing like by the champions that they're choosing. And so we're over at Champ Select right now. We've got our Summoner Blackout on, so you can't see the Summoner skills. Because even though these days, you know, it's pretty certain where a champion is going to go, and you don't really
Yeah,
need to hide the Summoner
pretty
skills.
much know the meta. Dude, I got to do a quick shout out while we're here and just talking to everyone. Get into the GameStar Twitch chat and have a chat with Crisis and I during the matches today. We'd love to hear from you. But I got a huge shout out to Christina, who's watching from Romania, of all places today. So we've got our Romanian League of Legends fans tuning in and watching. And she's a beautiful woman, and I'm going to get a kick in the nuts for that later, by the way. But it's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. She's tuned in from Romania. She's watching us today. And let's hope she enjoys the League of Legends actions coming from Canberra at the barracks.
All right, just quickly going to drag on a couple of sponsors logos because I forgot to put those on. There they are. Sponsored by Mole and Rocket as well. So Rocket is a sponsor here. So the Money Online comp has got some pretty decent prizes if you are into that sort of thing. There's a bar tab. One of these teams is going to win a $250 bar tab at Reloaded, which is a bar that is focused on esports. So that's pretty cool.
Dude, it is awesome. I don't know about you, Crisis, but it's been too long since two noobs and one streamer been behind a microphone. And we're looking forward to some good action to all day today. Get some.
Yeah, for
Get
sure,
some.
for sure. Okay, so these like we've been prattling away while the teams have been picking up their champions all the way through, and just having a look at these two teams. Do you know, EJ? I think they might have been watching LCS because these are all champions that have featured in the LCS, including Jim Davidson's Teemo that he's just picked there. So he might actually be
Nice.
trolling us there, but Teemo famously made an appearance last week. In one of the games, and look, I'm sorry, but I can't recall exactly which game it was, and it might actually have been a challenger scene, but apparently Apparently he went invisible and won the game as he came out of invisibility. It was great. It was a real troll.
All I know is that C9 haven't been doing me any justices in the bloody fantasy league. That's all I know about the LCS.
Do you know?
I'm getting my ass kicked in the bloody fantasy league.
Yeah, I actually only started succeeding in the fantasy league when I stopped fiddling with my team and stopped making any changes whatsoever. So
There you go. Ironic. There you go.
Anyway, EJ and I are at the bottom of our fantasy league. We're
Shout
vying
out to
for the
Maverick
wooden
who's
spoon.
listening, who's probably winning.
So on the left-hand side, we've got Tarics, our dad, and they've picked up, I guess the only champion that I would say that hasn't really been featuring in the LCS so much is the Caitlyn that they've got on Gaijin Lad. Because as an ADC, I don't know, it just has fallen out of the meta a little bit. So that's a little bit unusual. I'll just run through Tarics, our dad, and then EJ, if you can run through Kentlife. So on the blue
Just
team,
on that though, the guy I'm looking at the guy's record. He played Caitlyn in his last game. Prior to that, he hadn't played her for 10 or 12 games. He is on a about 13 match winning streak though.
Wow.
So. Yeah, seriously, go for it, Gaijin Lad. He's bringing the form to the table today.
Nice
Crikey.
one. All right, so on Tarics, our dad, we've got iBlakey, Venusaur, Blue Zaya, Gaijin Lad, and Yan R44.
And then over on the other team, which is the Kents, I believe.
Yeah, Kentlife.
Oh, I'm going to have to be so careful today with that one. We got
It doesn't
Dr.
sound
Win.
like any other word at all, though, EJ.
It does to me. Horo Trainer, Zardo, Juzzo1, and Jim Davidson. Jim Davidson rocking the Morgana there. So be very interested to see how the support Morg goes today.
Yeah, support Morg is a good pick against that Thresh with the Black Shield. Of course, the Black Shield isn't as strong as it used to be in the days of yore. So looking for some plays out of Yan R44. And what we're really looking for is whether Jim is going to be able to land his bindings and allow Siva to get his get the damage in and get through those trades without actually suffering any hardship.
Morgana will have the range on them, so it will be interesting.
Hey, so I've just revealed the summon of Blackout, so we can talk about who's in the jungle and who's not. So Sejuani on Venusaur on Sejuani is going to be in the jungle, and we've seen Sejuani suddenly burst into the scene, the professional scene overseas. Just a very, very powerfully tanky champion, and of course not only tanky but really, really disruptive. Now the interesting thing is that the ulti on Venusaur on his Sejuani might actually have to be used rather than an engage, but as a disengage to try and get away from the ulti, the call of the hunt that gets called down by the Siva. So we're going to see lots of rushing in from Kentlife. They're going to be doing multiple points of engagement onto Tarics, our dad, and it's going to be a question as to whether Tarics, our dad, is going to be able to take all of that and turn it around on them. They've got the tools there. They've got the Karthus there, so Karthus wants people to run into him and into his defile. And I suppose they could get boxed in as well by the Thresh. So really, we've got one team who wants to run into the other team and the other team who wants to welcome them with open arms, EJ.
Absolutely. And a jar of lube.
Well, the thing is, so Kentlife could either be, using their kits to engage, or rather just to disengage. So they might actually be trying to troll things out of Tarics, our dad, and then get the disengage, get all of those ultis bursted, and then turn around, use Jim Davidson's Morgana ult to lock a couple of champions down, and then turn the tides in their favor in that way.
No, it's going to be good. Looking forward to it. We should have looked at to see what where these players are roughly sitting in the world.
They're all sitting in Canberra.
No, like Silver Division 3, that sort of thing.
Oh yeah. Well, we'll see their borders in just a moment,
cool.
as soon as Champ Select loads. In fact, while we're waiting for Champion Select... Oh, no, it's too late. Champion Select is going to load at the moment. In fact, I'm going to play a word from our sponsors. Oh man, I do yourself a favor and have a look at that video that I just played, EJ, because it's pumped up stuff, man. Money online. I'm not. So basically, instead of purchasing like Facebook money or EVE Online money or whatever directly through the game, what you do is you purchase it through money online, and you get bonuses as a result of purchasing through money online that then you can convert into more money and that sort of thing. So it really is pretty cool. So we had the Champ Select go. I wasn't really paying attention because I was rocking out to the money online theme tune. It was just amazing. Very cool. But we're into the game now.
We are indeed. We have loaded into the Rift, ladies and gentlemen. The players are just at the shop buying their stuff.
Oh, we paused. We got to pause. So did you happen to have a look and see how things were going in terms of, silvers, golds, plats, that sort of thing?
No.
Hey, quick shout out to both of these teams, Tarics, our dad, and Kentlife, for ordering themselves in... Well, sorry, shout out to Kentlife, who've ordered themselves from top to bottom in the lanes that they were going to be, so that's pretty cool. But their opponents, Blakey, as the Karthus, I'm expecting you to actually go mid lane, so you should be like third pick in your team. That's the rule.
There you go.
I'm going to have to sort this now, because it's been all mixed up. But that's just him and Blue Zaya on the Scion. Oh, Venusaur might actually
early
get
engagement.
Caught. He's sitting on a Poro.
Yeah, they looked at each other in the river and didn't know what to do.
So the question, of course, on everybody's mind when you look at the Poro skin for Sejuani is, in ARAM, on the Murder Bridge, can you actually give him those little biscuits, the trinket biscuits that you get in ARAM? And will he do stuff for you?
I don't know, will he?
I don't know. Okay, so looking at the way these teams have laid themselves out, really only defensive wards. There's no deep wards. Nobody's concerned at this stage about a lane swap. There's no invasion going on. Really, all that the players want to do is make sure that if an invade occurs, they see that it happens, and just letting the players all know that an invade is not going to occur, because you're both taking the same approach. One thing we do see, though, EJ, is we're going to see both of the teams, I think, making an attempt to take a jungle camp. So the bot lanes are going to start with equal XP when they come into lane. That said, there is a possibility that Venusaur actually takes this camp that he's at, rather than giving it over to... in fact, that is exactly what's going to happen. So there's going to be a little bit of a disparity in terms of XP as the two bottom lanes come into their lane.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Oh, someone got executed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's the Scion. So that's the thing that Scions do these days, is they get themselves executed. They take the first camp. So he took the Wraiths, and his passive, he comes back as a zombie and finishes off the camp. So he gets the XP and then TP straight to the top lane. So that's exactly what Blue Zaya has done.
Very nice.
Wow, Poro Trainer getting very, very low, going after his red and skating on very, very thin ice at the moment. Just being forced to kite the red buff. And
he's going to get it though. Nicely done.
Now this is the danger that Juso1 and Jim Davidson are discovering after taking that camp. They took the Gromp. Their health was actually so low that Juso1's been pushed out of lane. Bad luck, buddy. It's a trade-off. And he wasn't able to take advantage of all of the advantages of his trade-off. He had to take the negative of the trade-off as well.
Alright, up in the top lane here is Dr. Win, giving it to Blue Zaya. Just doing their normal farming.
Yeah, he's having a bit of a hard time, so...
Yeah, he's getting bullied for sure.
The thing is even though he's got a ranged attack, he's pretty squishy, I suppose. And Blue Zaya's picked up... He keeps throwing houses at him, basically. So, I mean, actually it's not a house. He throws the minion. There you go. And he's doing a great job of it, getting the harass down, and then just backing off so he doesn't attract the aggro of the minions. Man, Juso1's just got back into lane, practically.
And they're still pushing hard on this tower in bot here.
Yeah, and look at Juso1's health. It's just, he's absolutely hurting.
He's getting absolutely eaten up here.
Wow.
Almost gets wiped out under his tower.
Almost at 100 HP. So
Yeah.
this is what you get when you put up a Caitlyn against a Sivir. So Sivir is a short-range ADC
Yes.
and
Caitlin's
relies
got
on the
range.
ulti to get in range, that sort of thing. But Caitlyn, of course, long-range. So we expect to see Caitlyn bullying Sivir. Sivir is a more team based ADC than Caitlyn. Caitlyn is a lane
She's got to
bully.
play conservative, sit back, rack up the experience. She'll get up there. Once she's past level 6, she'll come back into her own.
Nice little harass going down onto Yan,
Beautiful.
R3,
Yeah.
R44. Jim Davidson landing a binding, and that's really what he needs to be able to do, rinse and repeat. Is if his bindings are on point, EJ, man, they'll be unstoppable in this bottom lane.
Oh, totally. Awesome harass.
You pretty much guarantee, you know, the Sivir pops on, I think it's the E, throws a boomerang out, and gets a whole bunch of damage down, guaranteed, because the binding holds him for that long. There's no, you know, there's no question of whether the damage is going to land or not. So good work there from Jim Davidson, who is actually the namesake. Jim is the namesake of the guy who owns the net cafe that they're playing at. So shout out to Jim.
This guy's sucking up for a free can of Coke later, that's all.
Yeah, he should do. He should actually get it as well.
I'm getting your name out in the stream, man. That's worth a can of Coke.
So we haven't had a look at the mid lane matchup at the moment. Zadro and I Blakey. I'm going to just call him Blakey because I think he's just put the I and the X just to, you know, make himself.
All right, so we got a potential gank coming on down the bottom here. Morgana flashes out. Is she going to get away? Jim Davidson's running. Gone! First blood.
And loads of summoners exchange as well, so the heal went down as well. So, and it was for naught, let's just say. Good call there, mates. I was looking at the mid lane, which is really just farming at the moment. Harass going down. Blakey is...
All I think was good was Caitlyn, the ADC, got the beautiful kill steal right at the end. I mean, it's good for your ADC to get the kills and start building early.
Yeah.
But the jungle pretty much had that, and then bang! Gotcha. So Jaws 1 as Juso 1, sorry, has come down here just to
it's the
hold
Doctor
this
win.
lane.
He flashes and pops his ulti, but it is too little too late.
Oh,
so
way too late.
Blue Zaya took him down very nicely, got him with an ulti, and then is going to push all the minions onto the top lane turret there. And I don't think he's going to really put any damage onto the top lane turret. I think he's going to probably be and purchase. Yeah, there you go. So nice little outplay there. So the lanes at the moment, EJ.
What was that, Chris?
What's that?
No, go for it.
No, I'm saying the lanes at the moment, we got top and bottom are well in favour of Tarics Ardan.
Well in favour.
Yeah.
Pushed up. Totally.
Little
And
bit
even
of a
the
gold
mid
lead.
lane. I mean, you know, Zardo's here. He's pushed back under his tower. Karthus is harassing beautifully, pushing him back, bullying him off, getting the last kills. So that's going to hurt his CS for sure.
Yeah, he's just staying in range for XP at the moment.
Yeah.
And trying to dodge the lay wastes, really.
Oh, not too bad, the CS.
Yeah, he's doing okay. 46
Yeah,
to
no,
42.
fine.
So he's managing to
Yeah.
stay in line. The
Yeah.
gold difference that we see, almost 1,500 gold difference between the two, is because of those kills in the bottom and the top lane.
Yep.
Aussie Doctor Win trying to get some harass down on Blue Zaya. I don't actually know why he doesn't have more harass down on Blue Zaya, because he outranges him significantly, and he should be dropping. He should. Oh, hang on, we got a bit of a kill, a gank going on in the mid lane. I'm going to hit the backspace so we can catch that.
What do I hit?
very quickly.
Backspace?
In came the Poro trainer. Yes, you hit backspace as well. Zadro comes through, gets the damage down onto his opponent, but of course, press R for Requiem. And there's a reply kill there. So at the 8-minute mark, 3-1 in terms of kills, and the gold lead pretty much stays the same.
Top
more or
lane,
less.
top lane. Oh, Aussie Dr. Win just pulls away. Blue Zaya almost had him. Almost had him. Nice defense. Oh,
Wow,
shoots
he's just
sixes.
so good with those minions as he pushes them out onto the Doctor.
Yeah.
Back in the bottom lane, more of the same. We've got Caitlyn and Thresh zoning their opponents out, pushing the lane all the way up. They've got a little bit of damage on the turrets. In fact, let's have a look at the status of each of these turrets at the moment. Most of the damage in terms of turrets is going on to... Oh, nice long-range Thresh hook onto Jim Davidson. but it doesn't turn it into anything else. But yeah, damage going down onto the red team's turrets at the moment. Nothing on the blue team.
A little bit of a niggle around Baron there. Just a bit of skirmish between the jungles.
Yeah, so Poro Trainer goes back into the jungle, gets his farm going on once again. He's doing okay, but the Sejuani, look, it's one gank each, really, from both of the junglers. They both managed to pick up a kill out of those ganks, so they'll both be pleased with that. The difference in CS is negligible. In fact, it is 0 between the two. So the jungler's kind of neck on neck at the moment, and that's unsurprising, really. So Venusaur at the moment going in for a, well, he's not going in for a jungle invade per se. I think he's just trying to.
I think he's going to try. He was going to try and help out with the gank, but Zidoctor Wind's, you know, smart enough to stay close enough to his tower.
Whoa, coming to the 10-minute mark, almost, well, in fact, it is a 2,000 gold lead. Nice little charm onto Blakey from Zadro. They're going at each other at the moment, but unfortunately, Blakey out of range right now and getting a couple of layways down just to return things. Question marks going down, so we've got, where is the blue team bottom lane? They've just headed out to the to do some shopping, and that means they're going to lose their pink ward. And EJ as a support, losing that early pink ward is just painful. Up in the top lane, Poro Trainer gets a gank down onto Blue Xayah, but he has that completely unstoppable charge that he does for his ulti. What's it called? Unstoppable Onslaught. There you go. And he gets out of that gank scot-free. So I assume that...
it's going to be a skirmish at the bottom here. We've got Thresh and Caitlyn coming up to just have a look around what's happening at Dragon, but no, it's all right. They've pulled away. Jim Davidson's leading there. Just swing back around to their tower.
EJ, as the analyst on the team, do you know if Unstoppable Onslaught, I think it doesn't get affected by CC at all, does it?
I'm going to go. I've got a 50% chance of getting this right.
You do?
Yeah. No, it's not affected. Correct me in Twitch chat if I am wrong.
No, you're absolutely correct. So it's not affected by CC. So it's really a get out of jail free card anytime Zidoctor Win pops his ulti. And Zidoctor Win's ulti was popped during that gank, and it achieved nothing. Got blue buffs going to the mid laners at the moment. Blakey has had his blue for a little bit. How's his farming going? So the measure of a Chrisis is how his farming is going. He's pulled a 10 CS lead out of the bag on his opponent, EJ.
More than 10.
Do you know, I've made a terrible mistake. I have an open bag of chips on my desk.
All right.
And I keep reaching for it because, you know, you see them and you want to eat them.
Yeah, and then chop on the cast.
Poro Trainer's in trouble. He was standing on top of the ward.
Bottom.
He's forced to get out of dodge and manages to get out there. Venusaur wins in to take
coming
it down.
down in case they were trying to flee that way, or they might be actually going to go Dragon. No, just laying down the wards at the moment. Ooh.
Yeah, just establishing some vision control.
Still, there is a fair bit happening down here. Poro Trainer just niggles forward. Venusaur not falling for that. Not going to get pulled into the jungle.
Well,
although we've got a bit of Ahiri's, they're going to get a sandwich here. Oh, she takes it from both sides, manages to pull out and get herself away. Oh, that was very close, very close.
Wow,
Poro was
and into the
coming
top
in to back her up.
Man, Zidoctor Win just managed to survive the Karthus ulti there as well. So that's the thing about playing against the Karthus, is it's actually always a 2 versus 1 no matter where you are on the lane. Now the blue team, that's Tarics, our dad, taking their advantage. Oh, flash as the dragon gets taken down. We've got a couple of flashes going after Poro Trainer, who got death sentenced, but in the end he manages to get away. Has to concede the dragon though, so 1-0 in the dragon stakes, EJ.
Yep, and we're top tower, about a quarter health on the top tower, and the minions are there beating the shit out of it, and Zidoctor Win coming in to do a bit of cleaning out.
Yeah, he's going to try and save it, man. As soon as he gets into lane, the harassment from Blue Xayah gets put on to him, and he's just not had a fun time at all. That's just the farming alarm. It's a farm alarm, as they like to call it in LCS. You know why they call it that, right, EJ?
No, let me know, dude.
So, like, technically, Rek'Sai's ult is global. So if he's got a tunnel somewhere on anywhere on the map, he can ulti to it. But because you can stand in these tunnels and get rid of them, generally speaking, your tunnels are never really in a position where you can get a gank out of using your ulti. So you can't get any flanking done. So generally what happens is you guarantee to keep your tunnels in your own jungle, just about. I mean, there's not guaranteed, but there's a strong possibility. So you have a whole bunch of...
As clearly done on the map.
Yeah, you've got a tunnel network near all of your jungle camps. And so when you use your ulti, it's really just so that you can get back to farming real quick.
Gotcha. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. League of Legends 101.
Hey, I haven't been watching the Twitch chat, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Not much.
No idea.
No,
okay, good. Good. I'll get a second monitor up and running for the next game.
Don't worry, I've got two monitors here. It's just
good.
It's another button to press.
Yeah.
The doctor went to eat yet another minion.
Don't you just turn your head sideways and read it? No, not that simple.
No, because there's screen real estate.
Now this top tower is going to go, and they're going to try and jump the Dr. Win here.
Oh, he flashes away.
The wrong
Fantastic
way.
Little move. He's got the jukes on now
as
Venusaur, the Sejuani, appears, and he's doing a fantastic job. He's going to TP away and does it perfectly.
Beautiful.
Burns both of his summoners, EJ, but manages to get away. Nice little juke there. Now at this dragon pit, there's a pink ward that that Kentlife know is there, because they dropped the pink ward and then killed the red ward with it. So
Caitlin's also got her Infinity Edge already. That's pretty cool. She's a little bit up on Siva.
Yeah, 15 minutes having an Infinity Edge all the way. And that just shows how confident Gaijin Lad is, really, because there's a choice.
Look at the CS, 123 to 86, creaming him.
Well, and there's a choice that you make. Do you go for a Bloodthirster first, or do you go for an IE first? And the Bloodthirst is if you're having a hard time in lane, or if you want to mitigate damage that's coming to you. And Gaijin Lad, in one fell swoop, has basically said, hey, I'm not worried at all.
No.
In fact, I'm going to smack you in the face a little bit harder.
Yeah, basically. All right, so he's doing a great job. It's the Jokin Lad here down the bottom.
Mid lane, we've got Blue Zaya supporting Blakey, trying to get a push onto this lane. Whoops, not sure what happened there. Oh, there's the bottom lane that's gone down.
Yeah, Caitlin's taken the tower.
Yeah, nicely done. Yan R44 is looking for a death sentence. Manages to get one, threads the needle, gets the play down, puts the box down. Can they convert this into a kill? And I think they can't. In the mid lane, though, we've got stuff going on. Toro Trainer's gonna go down, surely. Press on. No, he manages to survive. Beautiful.
Venusaur's coming to Dr. Win's coming down from the top lane. Though he's going to try and pick up a cheap exit on the kill. No, they all scamper off.
That was a fantastic turnaround.
Beautiful work by Zardo, though. Fantastic.
Yeah, picks up a double kill, refreshes his blue buff.
Yeah.
Does a fantastic job, and defends the turret as well. So that is too good as well. Yan R44 has gotten caught as well. Zadro's going to pick up another kill. No! From behind,
Zardo's in
Venusaur
a world of hurt here in mid, though, Chrisis.
He's going to take him down. Gets the shut down. Nicely done.
And we just got Caitlin pushing up here just to Rasimporo Trainer a bit around the Giant. Trying to nick his blue buff at the end there. But we're about to lose the mid tower though. Mid tower's about to go down. Venusaur here. So we'll have a 2-tower lead, a 5-3 kill lead, and about a K gold lead at the moment.
Yeah, so what we have here, okay, is we've got a little bit of decision making that the red team needed to make that went a little bit wrong. So there was a push earlier on that was successfully defended for that mid lane turret by Kentlife. But while that was happening, the bottom turret went down. And instead of rotating back to the mid lane to prevent the second push from succeeding, Kentlife's bottom lane went back to the bottom lane.
Yeah.
And of course there was that kill in the jungle as well that the Caitlyn picked up. And so we had this curious situation where Zero does
it's all going on here just off the river at the moment. Oh, we got ultis popping left, right and centre.
Nice little kill there. Jim Davidson sets it up. and
Yep.
takes it as well. Flash from, or Spirit Rush from Zadra. They've caught the Venusaur, but really,
Oh, Pyro
Venusaur
Trader
is
comes
who
in
you don't
behind on
want
the
to catch.
ADC. Caitlin's in big trouble here. Oh, she flashes away just in time, Chrisis. That was a great little maneuver there to suck her in. She gets her ulti off and doesn't. She gets the assist. No, she gets the kill. Oh,
Nicely
wow.
done,
Gaijin
Jim
lad there.
Davidson.
Fantastic work.
Well, well, well. So beautiful engage there from Jim Davidson, but it's kind of turned all
And
the
they're going to
way
take
around.
Dragon for the hell of it.
Yeah, so, I mean, kill for kill, that team fight was pretty even. But at the end of it, unfortunately, they caught Venusaur.
Yeah.
And Venusaur is actually the tank, and he's actually a hard engaged tank, so Venusaur wants to get in the middle of you, and he wants to drop his ulti on you. And really, that's what happened there. So the damage dealers, beautiful positioning from the Caitlyn, managing to keep getting damage put down. And meanwhile, Blue Zaya, who's the tank for Tarics, our dad, in the backline, doing all sorts of disruption and picking up a double kill for himself. And setting up the situation, as you called it, EJ, for a dragon out of that. So 2-0 now in favour of Tarics, our dad.
9-5 is the kill difference. 2 tower down, as we said. There's about a 6k difference to Taric's dad at the moment. And we've got the kills have been reasonably evenly spread out as well between Tarics and dad. Everyone's picking up the kills. Not so much for the Kents.
Yeah, so we got kills stacked on, unfortunately, the support.
Oh, here he's
for
just pushed
Kentlife.
into the jungle here to be a bit of a niggle. Backs out.
So Morgana has picked up a couple of kills and then the Ari, but Siva sitting on very little, 1 and 1. So just 1 assist for the Siva, and that's no good. Now here's a situation:
her
Jim
build out as
Davidson
well.
should
Be
be
interesting to see what
leaving
she
the
ends
bottom
up with.
lane. What's that?
Oh, it's just looking at her build, what she's been buying. It's all good.
Yeah, so there's no reason in this situation for 2 players to be in the bottom lane, especially with the push
We're
down
about to lose
happening.
mid-tower.
Yeah, on this mid lane from Tarics, our dad. So Jim Davidson arrives. He sends out a speculative, more than anything else, binding. Doesn't pick it up. Z-Doctor, when in the meantime, managed to just get away, but he's going to die now. Oh, R for win. And yet another kill goes down onto the Chrisis. So he'll be quite pleased with that. Doing lovely.
What?
2 kills, 138 CS. He's finished his death cap.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Siva mightn't be getting the kills, dude, but she's got one of the nicest skins
Oh,
on the
Zagra's
map.
got
Oh,
caught.
drags him over the wall and slaps him. It's all on under the
Fantastic.
tower
It's
here.
all on now. As, I know.
Venusaur again picking up a double. Morgana gets one back for the other team, and they're just going to sit on the tower here and take it down.
Wow, Gaijin
Yeah,
lads
Tarics is
going in
gone.
for the kill, but burst straight, or net, straight
Nice
into
double kill for
binding.
Venusaur.
So what do we have? 13 and 7, EJ?
Yeah, 13-7, and mid's about the second tower, or the first tower, depending the mid lane is in a serious world of hurt. They're taking the top tower now, so Caitlyn, Venusaur, and Blue Zaya are up there. Jigin Lad getting in on it as the Caitlyn, leaving the minions to push through, and then they're just going to rotate back and do something else because they've drawn the whole red team to an empty tower.
Yeah, 5 turrets to 0 at the moment, and well, you've got to be pleased if you are Tarics, our dad, and you've got to be really worried if you are Kentlife. Having a look at Kentlife's team comp, it's not really what you would call a late game comp. So it's not like they're in any sort of a position to come back from from this just by waiting. Really worried if you are just by waiting things out. So they are in a little bit of trouble. They need to get some turrets. They need to try and claw themselves back into this game because Chrisis is actually only going to get more powerful. So Chrisis has now finished his tier. He's stacking his tier and converted it into the rod, Archangel's rod. And that's going to make him last a little bit longer if he gets engaged on.
All right, so the shit's about to go down here. They're just getting the blue buff, and the Tarics dad are aware where they are on the map. They're just coming to harass them now. Get this little, what do you call him? Minion dude?
Yeah, the scuttle crab.
That's him.
So the thing is, this isn't a fight that Kentlife should be taking.
No, they're not. They've backed out. They've moved away. They're staying in range, of course, in case one of them's dumb enough to get pulled in. But
Well,
they've definitely spread out a bit.
they shouldn't have even been there in the first place. With the whole of the opposing team in that lower jungle area, they needed to have somebody split pushing up at the top lane. And instead, what they've done is they've conceded vision. They've both conceded vision because they couldn't take a team fight, okay? So that meant that whatever happened, the blue team was going to be able to walk up there and put down the wards that they could. So they've conceded that. They haven't pushed top. And there was no dragon to defend at the time. So now they're going to be all out of position right now. And dragon is going to be spawning in a minute's time. Here we have Dr. Win arriving in the top lane, but it's just too late. I don't mean to be critical. I'm just pointing out where the decisions they're making is not exactly the right ones.
The Kents will listen to this broadcast later and they'll go, man, that's exactly what we did wrong. They'll be stoked with your feedback.
Actually, more likely who is this noob? He can't even say Sejuani properly, or whatever.
Yeah, I'm not even trying to say Sejuani. I'll get it wrong. Venusaur for the win. All right, we've got a bit of a group up in middle here at the moment. No, they're going to go just into the jungle. The Kents got there to do a bit of backup. I do like that Sivir skin. That's a very nice Sivir skin.
What skin is it? Is it
I have no
the frost
idea.
one?
She just looks sexy.
It's the one that they brought out for winter, because you can see she's got her boomerang blade thing is a snowflake.
Like a snowflake.
Yeah.
I thought it was a ninja star, but I'll go with snowflake.
No, it's definitely a snowflake. It's a pretty hard snowflake.
Oh, dude.
More like an ice flake. So dragon number
Take
3.
your eye out if you're not careful. That's snowflake.
Quick as you please, going down to the blue team. And long range death sentence picks up Jim Davidson. He popped his ulti, and in fact the Warmer combo is getting stacked down. Dr. Win popped his as well. CC out of your ears, but it's too little to make a real difference. And well, we've got just the Dr.
4-0 trainers running for his life. Oh! He's gonna not get away. He might get away. No, take him down.
Man, they were running for their lives, but in the end,
that's the whole team down.
I just got to check somebody's.
No, it's Mendrix is back. That's all good. He can sit in on the next one and save me some data.
Sweet ass. We can actually have an analyst who knows.
Oh, fantastic.
About. Like, I have opinions, but let's face it, they're bronze opinions.
Hey, dude, I'm a level 27. Watch out. I'll tell you what's going on. I think my Smurf's on 5, so, you know, world of hurt time. Now, we've had a base tower go down. The first inhibitor's been worked on now by the... now, why did they jump on the inhibitor there? They probably could have jumped on that and beat the shit out of it.
No, the HP was too low, so...
Oh, was it? Okay, there we go.
The Kentlife had all respawned, so it was the right decision. They've exposed the inhibitor, and they'll be able to come back anytime they want. They've got money that they want to burn as well. Killing a turret, picking up an ace and a dragon. Well, sorry, you don't get gold for dragon anymore. But, you know, picking up all of that gold, you want to spend it before the next engage.
All right, so we've got the Kents. They're pushing heavy down the right-hand side of the map, or the top half of the map at the moment. Right-hand side for their guest side, I guess. Just down into the river. Looks like they're going to go... They need some towers, dude. They seriously need to start getting these lanes moving.
Well, let's have a look. He's got a little bit of damage on that mid turret, and they're making the right decision here, sending Dr. Win up to the top lane. Now, Blue Zaya is going to try and defend without using his TP, but he might actually... Oh, he's going to use his ulti as well to get in range. So just burning the ulti just to get into lane and knock up Dr. Win. In fact, gets the stun on him. Dr. Win picks up a couple of turret hits as a result, but now gets himself away and is in fact going to pull out of the lane completely, because the vision situation for the red team so poor at this stage. They didn't know where the rest of the blue team was.
No, blue team themselves, 3 grouping up in middle. They're going to be joined at the moment. And Caitlyn just went down and protected her tower, just killed off some minions there that were getting a bit of damage on. Nothing too exciting. We've got Sivir pushing across the river now into the blue half of the map, just having a poke around. She just actually got a ward down, which was nice.
Now, I've got to say, Jim Davidson on the Morgana, I think he's built the wrong... He built a Mikhail's Crucible for the CC clear. And I think he shouldn't have rushed that. I think he needed to build his own first.
No, he should have gone a banner of command, dude, and be going, boom, right, go get a minion.
No, no, the thing is, you see, he's got to get himself all the way into a team fight.
Yeah.
Get a 5-man ulti off.
Dude,
The
I
Soul
understand.
Shackle's
It's
down.
just because I love Banner of Command, that's all.
Oh,
That's
Poro Trainer eats a speculative death sentence, but nothing happens out of that. But look at
Alright,
this.
so top lane action at the moment here. They're going to go and try to take this top lane base tower.
Man, Gaijin Lad is super, super confident, gets himself into the front line for a bit there. Gets a lovely crit
Oh, he's
onto
playing
Juso
really
1.
well.
Wow.
Really well.
Yeah, he's doing fantastically at the moment. It's single-handedly chunked Juso 1 and Zadro down. The Requiem comes in and doesn't take down Zadro, but they've been forced off of the turret. Now, if Sejuani just actually tanked the turret for a bit, Gaijin Lad might actually go down.
Gaijin Lad. Oh, how did he get away from that? Unbelievable.
Wow, he was sat under that turret for absolute ages.
He got down to a couple hundred health.
Well, that's another turret down, and this time EJ, the inhib as well.
Yeah, Aussies, no, the inhibitor's just smashed. It's out of there, and they're going to come across and take that mid inhibitor as well. 2 inhibitors down. This is game, set, and match now.
Well, it's check. It's not quite checkmate.
Yeah, it's not quite. Yeah, you're right, but no, it is.
It's really a matter of time.
Tarics are going to get the win in this pool game.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. So what you'll see is they'll go back, and I'm guessing. So they've got 2 options here. They can Baron,
Yes.
or they can push that bottom lane. And what I think they're going to do is Baron.
I think they'll Baron.
So Karthus is super, super fast at Baroning because of his defile. He basically goes and stands next to the thing and smooshes it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I should start playing Karthus.
Glimmer used to play Karthus almost exclusively in ranked.
Did he really?
Yeah,
Glimmer?
like the way to actually...
But Glimmer's like bronze 3, so I'm not even playing Karthus then. Who won our reputation? I'm
Like-
taking my Azir, dude. I'm going to get Azir, and I'll be killing it with my bloody Sand Soldiers.
Yeah,
People
there
will be
you go.
shitting themselves.
So we've got 3 players heading to the Baron pit from the blue team, and they've just started it. They haven't even bothered to try and get any sort of vision control down. Blake is taking a massive amount of damage, waiting for Venusaur to come and actually start the tank. Jim Davidson tries with the long range Morgana binding, but doesn't manage to pick it up. So unfortunately, that is the Baron down, and now they can push that bottom turret in if they want, or they can just get super minions boosted and pushing up the other lane. Oh, they're going to get a dragon instead.
Well, the super minions in bashing on the bloody towers at the end anyway. Yeah, they are going to take a dragon.
So that'll be 4.
Yeah, dude, it's 14k gold difference now. 21-9 in the kill difference. 31-40 down on the clock. 4 towers to nil. 4 dragons to nil. 7 towers to nil. Dominant performance. They're a form team. I'm glad we've seen them this early in the competition now because we've got a bit of a gauge. Both teams have got some good skill sets. Maybe some champ choices for next round could go a little bit different. I don't know if you were coming up against Tarics' dad. Would you be banning one of these ones? Or?
Yeah, I would be banning. I'd be banning the Karthus and the Sejuani. I don't think there's any.
Because that's the thing about these lands. You can see what the other teams are doing and see who's strong on what.
Yeah. I don't think there's any point in banning the Caitlyn. So even though Caitlyn's on 708, I mean that would be a bronze track to ban the Caitlyn because Caitlyn, like I was saying right at the start, Caitlyn's not actually in the meta. At the moment, so Gaijin Land has picked him up and done his job properly. Being a lane
total.
player.
Absolutely. Even if they don't play him for the rest or play Caitlyn for the rest of the tournament, he did his job on it.
Exactly.
But if you look at Gaijin Lad's match history, he plays different champs every match. He doesn't play the same champ 2 or 3 in a row. So he's a bit of an all-purpose player as it is, and he's pulling it off. He picks up a double. We're talking about the man himself, and he's showing how League of Legends should be played, picking up a double right in the enemy base. And that's it. GG. Well played from all the players. Game over! Tarics' dad taking it out in absolute commanding form.
Yeah, superb play.
Gaijin Lad's my man of the match, dude. 9-0 and 9. That's pretty freaking good.
Yeah, did an excellent job as Caitlyn.
I think the Siva, 0-3 and 5. New champ next match.
So the thing that the thought that I just wanted to finish out of the picks and bans story, when you go up against Gaijin Land next time, there's no point in banning out the Caitlyn. But what you can do is not pick a Siva. into a Caitlyn. Because you're going
Yes.
to lose your lane. You know
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Gaijin
yeah.
Lan knows how to play the champion, knows that
Knows
Caitlyn's
his positioning.
exactly, and takes advantage of that early lane bullying. So don't pick a Sivir because you not only are going to have to deal with a bully, but you're going to be short range dealing with a bully. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, world of pain. So man of the match goes to Gaijin Lad. Well
Hands
done.
down. Hands
Yeah,
down.
easy peasy. Very good. Honourable mention to I'm going to say
Venusaur? I thought Venusaur played quite well in parts.
well 5-0-11. That's quite
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
I mean, if you had Venusaur in your fantasy league, wow,
You'd be happy.
you'd be so happy, mate.
Yeah.
Gee
I got a
whiz.
lot of C9 players. I'm not always happy.
No, no, they're not consistent. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, we are going to be back in a couple of minutes as soon as we know what the next team is going to be.
I'm subbing out. Mendrix is subbing in.
Oh,
But I'll be
yeah, all
back
right.
later. I'll be back later. So when the guys need a sub, I'll be here.
Fantastic. So thanks for casting, EJ, and we're going to have a word from our sponsors in just a moment, and then, well, hopefully we'll be back shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for listening.